Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing wonderfully well. Last week we did this battle, which I was very excited about. All British Royal Navy vessels versus all Royal Australian Navy vessels. Basically, I went into the core game of Sea Power and the user workshop and got all of the British Cold War vessels I can find and all of the Australian Cold War vessels I could find, put them 50 miles away from each other and had a battle. It didn't quite work out to plan, unfortunately. I spent about 25 minutes introducing the various vessels, and we talked about the vessels, we talked about their weaponry and so on, but when we went to run the battle, it didn't work. What happened is it just bugged and all of the ships sunk. Whoops, really annoying. You guys obviously demanded a rematch with it fixed. The mod makers very helpfully contacted me and told me what was wrong. It was just a very unlucky coincidence that one of the Royal Australian Navy vessels was conflicting with the British vessels, and it freaked Sea Power out and it obviously bugged and they all sunk. But all they've had to do is remove that particular vessel and I believe it all works. I've given it a quick test and no one sinks. At least not until they're hit by big missiles. So we're going to rerun the battle. Now don't worry viewers, I'm not going to use 25 minutes of your time explaining the vessels again. Instead, a very quick recap of the vessels, then we press go and see what happens. So we'll start with the Australians with the Adelaide class frigates. Now one thing I said viewers in the previous video was that I thought that Adelaide had Mark 41 VLS. And this model does not. You guys corrected me. It did get the Mark 41 VLS, but later in its refits. This is the pre-refit version, so just Mark 13 arm launcher with SM1 medium range, 25 miles range, RGM-84 harpoon, naval gun and seawares. Next is the Perth class. She has 32 SM1 again, note 2 single arm launchers, 8 harpoons, we have Ikara, anti-submarine stuff and naval gun. Next is a very old Daring class destroyer with almost nothing of relevance, some guns and a mortar pretty much. Next is the Fremantle patrol boat with again some guns. Next is the Tobruk auxiliary ship. The other ship I had to remove because it was causing the bugs. Next, submarines, Collins class, armed with Mark 48 ADCAP torpedoes. Probably won't be any relevance today, but it also has UGM-84, so submarine fired harpoons, 8 of them. Next, we have an Oberon British built again with the 8 harpoons and some Mark 48 torpedoes, and we have dived there another Oberon but without the harpoons. That today is the Royal Australian Navy. For the British, we have Leander class frigate, and at this point I should say that most of the models are not the correct hull type. Instead, we've used various assortment of mainly US hulls, and the mod makers have added the relevant weaponry as best they can. So, Leander frigate, armed with GWS-25 Seawolf. We have MM-38 Exocet anti-ship missile. And we have gun. Next, Type 21 Amazon class GWS-20 Cartoon Seacat missile, 4 MM-38 Exocets, 4.5 incher and 20 mil. Next, we have Type 42 Manchester class. We have Sea Dart missile. We have Sea Wolf missile. We have Stingray anti-submarine torpedo, 20 mil, 4.5 incher. Next, Type 82 Bristol class with Sea Dart with 40 mil with 4.5 incher. Next, we have Type 22 Broadsword class, loads of GWS-25 Seawolf, 4 Exocet Stingray. Next, we have Type 23 Duke class, and this is the only Cold War vessel that is still in service and will still be in service until 2035. We have GWS-26 Seawolf. You guys tell me the difference between the GWS-26 and 25 is that the 26 is the vertical launched variant. We have harpoons, we have Stingray, 4.5 incher, and finally on the British side we have HMS Invincible. And that's it guys. AI is going to control everyone today. I doubt the carrier will use its aircraft, and if it did it would be a bit unfair anyway. So it's just going to be a ship. Oh, it has Sea Dart by the way, and 20 mil, which is probably Phalanx, Sea Weirs. Yep, there we go. That's probably the quickest introduction I've ever done for the ships viewer. So lots of ships. Again, if you want to know more about the ships, then please watch the previous video, which I'll link in the video description, and you can get some more details. Otherwise, I put them 50 miles apart and we fight. It's not really supposed to be realistic, obviously. It's supposed to be for fun and just a bit of interest. Because in terms of who's going to win, well, last time I predicted it was going to be the Australians, unfortunately, because they've got more vessels that fire a longer range missile that can make this 50 miles. Basically, they've got 3, I think, vessels that can fire the Harpoon missile, whereas the British only have 1 vessel, the type, was it 23? Yeah, the type 23 that can fire the Harpoons. So we've got a third of the ships that can fire at this range. But I promised we'd run it with these rules so let's see what happens. We'll allow the British to fire first because they're on the distinct disadvantage, and then open up the Australians. So hold on to your hats, viewers. We have Cold War era British vessels versus Australian vessels. 3, 2, 1 now. Only 1 ship firing, as we would expect, and of course, it's the Type 23. Alright, let's switch over to Australians and unleash them. All set to free fire, off they go. Someone's firing already. Who is it? It is Collins class submarine. Firing UGM-84. Oberon now firing. Also carried the UGM-84. What else have we got? Someone is firing up here. It is the Adelaide, of course, firing harpoons. We also have Perth firing harpoons. So, 4 vessels firing harpoons. Yep, this is definitely going to be a one-way battle, viewers. No sight of the British harpoons coming over the horizon yet. We can speed that up, viewers. They've fired surprisingly little. I don't know, actually. Maybe not. The submarines only fired a couple for some reason. I don't really want to interfere with them if I don't have to. So I'll just let them do what they want to do. No, they're firing plenty. There's plenty of harpoons going out. All targets appear to be covered, apart from that one there. Whatever that is. No one wants to fire at that one. In terms of defense, which coalition is better? Yeah, you know what? I don't actually know that. Adelaide's still smashing out the harpoons. How many does she have? Okay, all 8 of her harpoons have gone. Perth, all 8 of her harpoons have gone. The submarine's only fired a couple. For whatever reason, I don't know why, and stopped, but probably a sea power thing. No sighting of the British harpoons yet. And the Australians are probably 20 miles away now. If you're British, I suggest averting your eyes now, viewers. Oh, here they come. British harpoons, yay. Okay, quite a high number. Being intercepted by SM-1 from Adelaide. Alright, trying to figure out what to watch now. Now, all missiles are fired about the same time, so impacts are going to be about the same time. Naval gunnery coming in, SM-1's coming in. I suspect they're probably going to be taken care of pretty easily, and there's only 8 of them from the Type 23. We really need to switch to the Australian missiles now. This may be unfortunate. Okay, missiles coming out. Sea Dart out, Seawolf out, everything out. Did any of the British missiles make it through? Maybe we will. Normally it's all going to be at the same time. Pause. What's happening there? Is this going to be intercepted? No, it's not. British missiles getting in slightly further. It's going to be the patrol vessel that's taken down. British not being hit yet. The defence is holding up. Another Australian being hit. Last British missile. British defence doing a sterling job. I didn't expect it to be so good. Right, all British missiles down, but thus far all Australian missiles down, so all is not lost. Seawolf miss. Wow, look at that. Look at the British. So they are taking care of business. Okay, we're concentrating. I don't think they're going to get through. I suspect this is going to be a stalemate. Intercepted. Intercepted. loads of missiles going for Invincible. They must have classified her as the main threat. Intercepted. Intercepted. One's going to get through. One got through of whatever, I don't know, 30 or so. Oh, it didn't get through. Wow. Right, let's double check what the Australians did. So all 8 were fired from him. Perth fired all 8. That old destroyer doesn't have any. Fremantle doesn't have any. She doesn't have many. Let's see what the submarines did. Okay, this submarine fired all but 2, the Collins. And this submarine fired all but 2 as well. That may be a bug. I may not simply be able to get them to fire their last 2. Let me have a quick go, doing it manually. So you fire that at him. Okay, there's a small bug there. These 2 submarines couldn't fire their last 2 harpoons, but they fired 75% of theirs, so that's the best we're going to get. Right, well, the battle is a draw thus far. So the British repelled the initial Australian harpoon attack, and they did pretty well. What was that? 8 plus 8, 16, 30 harpoons, which is pretty impressive. Amazingly, the British got through the Australian defence pretty easily. What did we sink? Oh, we haven't sunk anything. I thought we hit something. Maybe it's my imagination. Must be my imagination. I just wanted to hit one of the Australians. All right, well, it really is a draw so far. So I guess next we fast forward and close to within... I have no idea what that is. Range of the... I'm aware that the Invincible has Harriers and stuff, viewers, but I think if we start taking off air wings of Harriers, that's a bit stupid even for me. A Lynx! Huh. Oh, there you go. That's what we did. Ah, look! The other harpoons have decided to fire. No idea why they're fired now, but almost certainly they're not going to do very much. Look, all these helicopters are taking off, and they're doing anti-submarine warfare operations. Out of interest, what range are they doing it at? So I'm learning about ASW at the moment. 30, I thought it was 30 miles, so the AI like to do ASW at 30 miles. Right, I'm going to keep speeding up, because I'm pretty sure these missiles aren't going to have any effect on the British. Now, some of the Brits are falling behind. I'm just going to try and find out why. Type 42 is falling behind, so I'm going to speed him up a bit. So I'm going to speed him up a... Actually, I won't mess with it. AI will do what AI want to do. So next, we're going to close within Exocet range, which is, what, 20 miles or something? So let's see what kind of range we've got at the moment. There is 40 miles. Well, we've got a ways to go yet, so speed up as much as we can. Shooting down Lynxes and Has 5s. No more Mr. Sea King. What did the Americans call the Sea King, viewers? There's something to ponder on while we burn time away. I'll just pump out some more Sea Kings. I suppose we could do a realistic version of this. We could do an Invincible carrier group with one Invincible and her air wing and her escorts, and we could put it against a strike group of Australians. So that's something we could do if you want. But first, I like these representative battles because you get to see the weak points and the strong points of the forces in just a quick, well, whatever this is going to be, like a 12-minute battle or something. Range 30 miles, so we're nearly in Exocet strike range, and a lot of these British vessels are armed with the Exocet. I wish these guys here would station keep with these guys here so they can actually fire together, but they're not going to, are they? Slow our submarines. What the submarines got up to? 9 knots. That's probably the most we're going to see from those today. I suppose. I wonder if I can get them faster snorkeling. Maybe. I'm not sure. What's going on there? Something's going on here. What are they firing at? SM-1s are now being fired at a range of 27 miles against a bloody ship. I did not see that coming. Now, how is it doing that, viewers? Because an SM-1 can only be fired against a target, a surface target, line of sight. And surely you don't have line of sight at 30 or 27 nautical miles. So I'm not sure how that's happening, viewers. You'll have to tell me that. Either way, Invincible is in big trouble. Because you can't really fox that type of missile. Not very well. Seawiz will do it. That's a miss. Oh, I guess it was decoyed by chaff. What is it? It's a... Alright, well, they either decoyed, jammed, or blew up the SM-1s that are being shot. I still don't know how the SM-1s are being fired at 30 miles line of sight, but Sea Dart missed. This one looks on target, maybe not jammed. This guy has got 16 SM-1s left. Where's Perth? Going into a weird manoeuvre for some reason. Has none. Perth is now out of all offensive weapons apart from her naval cannon. That spells trouble for the Australians. Shouldn't have picked on the Royal Navy, sir. Right, what have we got going on here? The first Exocet's being fired at much further than they thought they could be fired. MM-38, original Exocet. Versions of these did big damage to the British, ironically, in 1982. And I'm slightly worried for the Australians because they've spent most of their SM-1s attacking, whereas maybe they should have used them defending. But again, I don't want to interfere. I let AI do AI. Some of you guys said on these AI fights I should play on as the human on one side. Sorry, just let me get this point out. And then rerun it and play as the human on the other side and take the result from that. But that doesn't work, unfortunately, viewers, because whichever side I play on, I will always win as the human, because I have the ability to be much smarter than the AI. The AI is restricted, whereas me as a human, I can just launch all of my missiles at once if I want, which will be, you know, massively, exponentially more powerful. So it will be pointless. Whichever side I'm on, I'll win as the blue and then I'll win as the red, if you know what I'm saying. There's no point. Hence, I need to make it even, hence the AI. Because I've tried it before. She's only got 16 SM-1s left to defend her entire fleet, so this is problematic. Very problematic, and a naval gun. Then again, how many Exocets do the British have? Probably only 16, to be honest. Well, they're going to lose to Tobruk. Oh, it's a Sea Dart. It's a Sea Dart being fired line of sight. Wasn't expecting that. Lots of very long-range line of sighting going on here, viewers. I didn't think any of this was possible. Alright, Exocets. These are going to be very hard to shoot down at 620 knots, a staggering 14 feet from the ocean. Sorry, viewers, I know it's annoying, but I've got to pause. Another interesting talking point, because I'm learning a lot from books and you guys at the moment. I say, why do some missiles get to fly very low to the sea, and why do some, like America's Harpoon or the older versions of the Harpoon and Tomahawk, have to fly high? Well, it seems to be all about the seas that they are going to be used in. America's missiles have to be used, well, anywhere, in any sea, in any sea state. So they can't make them fly super, super low. You have to make them fly higher, therefore, ergo, making them generally less dangerous. Whereas, let's say, the Norwegian Penguin missiles are only going to be used in kind of littoral waters or more defined waters that they know are going to be in a calmer sea state, for instance. Therefore, they can make their Penguin be much lower. Just an example. Israel, in the eastern Mediterranean, kind of littoral fighting, is going to be much smoother water. They can make their missiles go much lower. So I found that really interesting, viewers. Let me know your thoughts on that. Right, I'm afraid if you're Australian, avert your eyes, but I've done everything fairly, viewers. Oh, wow. Fair enough. How about that? A British ship firing a French missile against an Australian vessel. Weird. Sea Darts. Naval gunfire. Boom. Right, here we go. How many SM-1s does Adelaide have? She has only 7 left. How many Exocets do the British have? I don't know. Probably the same. Kudos, by the way, to the mod makers for helping me solve this problem. I wouldn't have been able to do it on my own. Simple as that. So that's where community is required. Oh, Adelaide flagship. Down she goes. Oh, jammed. Why? One got through. Let's have a look at her state. Damage control. Moderate hull damage. Several systems offline. SPS 49 off. Fire control system off. The Mark 13's down. She can't fire. She can't defend herself. If one more missile hits, she'll be sunk. Sea Dart is jammed. Right, well. Still, no one is sunk, are they? So still, the battle goes on, viewers. Okay, less than 20 miles. I think all of the cruise missiles on both sides... Huh, I take that back. Because there go a bunch of MM-38s. Oh, and they've crashed into the sea. No, they haven't. They've become invisible. It doesn't matter. Ignore me. Right, so we've got a bunch more Exocets coming. This is going to finish Adelaide off, I suspect, viewers. Yes, that's Adelaide down, I'm afraid. They prioritised Adelaide. They saw her as the primary threat. And they concentrated on her. Boom, hit. Adelaide, that'll sink her. Amidships hit. And if that didn't, that certainly would. Smash. She's down. She's down. She's out. Adelaide, gone Viewington Wilmingtons. Perth did not get hit. Who's that? Oh, who's that? Tobruk. Oh, Tobruk's burning. How is she? Moderate hull damage. Oh dear. Well, viewers, I hate to say it, but this kind of makes me happy. Also, look how fast the British have got here. Look how slow the Australians got here. I put everyone at the same, 2/3 speed, so again, I've done it fairly. Right, that's it. It's naval guns. Now, what is the naval gun range? 4.5 incher. No range yet. What about Mark 76? Let's go and have a look at that. Oh, we're almost in Mark 76 range. Or is it 75? I can't remember. Okay, there we go. Well, all of a sudden, the Australians might bring it back because of bad deployment. Again, I don't want to start messing around with these ships. There we go, because it would be unfair. Fairness is my middle name, viewers. Oh, I didn't see this coming. She's got, how many rounds does she have? She has hundreds, and she stopped firing. Oh, she's reloading her magazine, or the hopper, or whatever it's called, I forget. Well, finally, who would have thought that the World War II destroyer would have been probably the most useful asset at the moment, with their torpedoes and their naval guns? Not me. Perth's going again. Invincible's on their way down. I may have to interject here. Now, here's what's going to happen, viewers. They probably can't sink Invincible. I imagine they're not going to be able to sink her, and they're going to waste all of their ammo on Invincible. So I may make the decision here to take control of Invincible and remove her from the battle, because otherwise this is going to be just a pointless waste of rounds, isn't it? Ping! Okay, I've deleted her. Sorry about that, viewers. The problem was that these ships here were firing at Invincible when they obviously shouldn't be, because Invincible can't do anything. So Invincible sunk. I've just deleted her from the map manually. The fight should now be back on properly. It's just AI doing AI things. Obviously, you wouldn't fire at the vessel that can't fire back at you. You'd fire at the threat. Alright, Type 82 hit. Again, that's twin 5 inches versus one 4.5 incher. It's only going to go one way. Any hits to Perth? No. What about the Daring? Is she in firing? The Daring's now firing. Her 4.5 inches. She's now got three 4.5 inches. You've got two 5 inches with a high rate of fire versus one poor Brit with one 4.5 incher. Oh dearie me, viewers. Who's the Brit even going at? The Brit's shooting at the Daring. But I hope his mates get in battle quick. What about these guys? We have... Leander's not much use. Has it even got a naval gun? It doesn't have a naval gun. What about Type 21? Has a naval gun. 4.5 incher. It's in range. It's firing. 4.5 inches going. Well, this battle would really turn into a beastie, viewers. Check her out. Slight flooding, moderate hull damage on the 82. Looks like she's down. She's down to 5 knots. Whereas Leander's smashing ahead, full at 22 knots. Check on the ram. Still no hits to Perth. Still no hits to Daring. Now it's fun how the Australians are going to fight broadside, whereas the British, with their single gun on the front, are going to fight charging the enemy. That is so frigging British. Well, the Type 82's gone. If you're a Type 82 fan, you're not anymore. But the Type 21 smashing his way in. What's that ship there? Oh, it's Leander got smashed. Most unfortunate. Moderate hull damage, slight flooding. Most of her systems offline. Not that she had any of any use anyway. Still, the Australians have not been hit. British gunnery not so hot right now. We have a hit. Okay, some systems now going down. Leander she's gone. Her amidships has blown off. Wowee, viewers. That's Type 82 down. Leander down. They just cannot compete with the Australian gunfire. Really didn't think it was going to go this way. What about the ammo reserves? 40 rounds. She's almost out of rounds. She can't defend herself. Daring. Daring has 1,200 rounds. It's Daring against the world, viewers. And this weird little boat. Oh, they're all shooting at the boat for some reason. Well, that's sea power, I'm afraid. Apparently, he's the main threat. Right, anyway, it's the Type 21 we're on now. Unexpectedly, the Type 22 is... No, the Type 22 is on her way. 27 knots. She wants to join the battle. She has no naval gun. So, yay, Type 22. Come on, there must be something with a naval gun. Type 42 is now firing from the west with her 4.5 incher, but she's almost out of ammo. Why didn't they give the British more ammo? Okay, we've got the Type 23, 410 rounds of 4.5 incher. Everyone's firing everyone now. The British are going to start increase. Oh no, what have the Australians done? They've smashed into each other. Well, it does happen in real life, viewers. Several books I've read. It's usually during refuelings and things like that. It's not during combat. Station keeping just went all wrong, and they're going to pay for that. Perth, let's see Perth's position. Perth is now out of ammo. She's now completely defenseless, apart from a couple of bowfalls or something. And anti-submarine gear. It's now the Daring destroyer against the British Navy. Oh dear me. Oh no, but this guy's out of 4.5 incher. He's no good. He's sunk. He's dead. He's only got 4 rounds left. The only one with lots of ammo left are the Type 23 and the Daring. Well, this really goes down to the wire, viewers, and I don't know which way to call this right now. The Daring's got 1,200 rounds and 3 guns, and she's a fast mover as well. And she's moving kind of in this way here, in this plane. I reckon it'll make her good for evading gunfire. Well, we just have to wait. We can't even really speed it up. So, the boat's gone down finally. No idea why they're shooting at that. Adelaide is already on the bottom. I literally don't know who's going to win this. This guy doesn't have a gun. Type 23. Okay, let's check distances between guys now. Type 23. Okay, they're now fighting at 7 miles. There's the Daring class. So are we going to go down to Bowfalls range and Seawiz range, I suppose? Daring. She stopped firing. She stopped firing. Why has she stopped firing? She's got 1,200 rounds left, it says down there. Oh, okay, she's rearming her guns, or reloading her guns. So why has she got so many rounds, viewers? Well, because she's not of the missile era, she's of the gun era. Okay, they're finishing off Perth rather than going for the threat, which is... Well, I have to say today, viewers... Oh my goodness, what the chuff is happening? What is they? Oh, torpedoes! Surface-to-surface torpedoes fired by Daring. Because she is a World War II destroyer, so why not? Oh, it's the Mark 9. It's the British Mark 9. Why on earth is she firing British Mark 9 torpedoes? Okay, whatever. Let's see what happens. That was not expected, viewers. But yeah, why not, I suppose. Now here's an interesting thing for you, viewers. When HMS Conqueror, a British SSN in 1982, closed on the World War II era General Belgrano cruiser from Argentina, there was 2 options to fire. A very modern Tigerfish guided torpedo, or Mark, I think, 8 non-guided torpedo. And the commander, I believe, was so, worried that the new British Tigerfish was going to fail, not going to arm, miss, not track, whatever, that he actually used the World War II era Mark 8s to sink the Belgrano instead. He just sent a fan of Mark 8s out, and 2 struck the Belgrano, and the Belgrano sunk. And what I'm reading at the moment is the Tigerfish, I think developed in the 1970s by the British as a guided torpedo, was just miserably bad. Let me know your thoughts on that, viewers. That was a really interesting story I found out there. Now, are these guided or not guided? I don't know, viewers. You're going to have to help me out. Oh, I can find out, can't I? No, they're not guided. They're not guided. Right, I was right. Yes, they are guided. God damn it. They're just not very well guided. Wakehoming, maybe? Let me know your thoughts. I will find out in a minute. No, not wakehoming. Interesting. Let's go and find out what they are. They were fired by Vampire. She's charging now. Anti-surface. No, they're not guided. Non-guided torpedoes. Right, there you go. I don't know why they wiggle like that, viewers. Let me know your thoughts. That I just don't know. Right, anyway, it's now still just another Mark 9 going for a sunken ship, which is weird. And the sunken ship's also being shot by Daring shooting at the sunken Leander. No, for Mark 21. Right, there's Mark 21. Well, I don't know why you would fire at her. Wow, the Bofors is for whatever it is firing. When you could be firing at her, it's a little bit silly, but even equally stupidly, this guy is firing at her, who's already dead. So, Sea Power being incredibly stupid there, I'm afraid, viewers. It looks like they want to board each other with cutlasses. Cutlasses or cutlass, viewers. Now, finally, it's the Type 23 versus... It's the two end bosses. Type 23, who's taken a massive hit, versus the World War II destroyer. It appears that World War II destroyers are not dead, viewers. It appears they are very much still the best in the world at anything. Because look, they've just beaten the Royal Navy. And why not? The Royal Navy used its missiles unwisely, and now it's dead. Oh, this is an outcome I was not expecting. A World War II destroyer to win it. This is all new, viewers. Check the Perth. No, she's sunk. She's going down. Still receiving hits. Some of you say, why don't I do damage control? It's on auto, viewers. It does it itself. And it will do it better than I can do it. But it's still not over. Type 23. Maybe it is over. Maybe it is over. Type 42. Still going. It's not over yet. Type 23 sunk. She's going down. We've now got a manoeuvre here. Distance between Type break. Oh no, it's out of ammo. It's out of ammo. It can't fight. And she's now been hit at point blank range by... Huh. How about that? Is Sea Whiz going to do damage? Well, it looks pretty, but is it going to do damage? Again, World War II all the way. All the guns, wins the day. Type 42 goes down. Type 22 is dead. I think that's all the threats done. Let me go and check. So, Leander, not so hot right now. 21, not so hot right now, or very hot right now. Type 42, a Hulk. 82, a Hulk. 42, ooh, on fire. 23, going down. Sorry, 23. 22 has no offence. Yeah, that's it. The Daring Australia, your Daring class appears to be the best ship in the world. I suggest reinstating them and using them constantly. I don't even have to employ the... the Stingrays have gone out. That's an anti-submarine torpedo, but it's missed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stingray. I believe that's... Oh, it's their Lynx. The Lynx firing them, look. Well, they didn't do very well, did they? I think that's the end of the battle, viewers. I'm just double-checking. Another point-blank battle. Oh, wow. But it's using its medium gun for him and its heavy gun for him. That's it. It's done. Well, in the weirdest possible way, Australia wins, viewers. Let's recap. The initial fight was a draw. Australia shot loads more harpoons, but British defences were much better and shot the harpoons down. Then the British closed within Exocet range and did some damage with the Exocet by taking out the flagship Adelaide and another ship. Then they closed within naval gun range, where amazingly the one to win was the World War II destroyer, because that is just all guns. It's just a gun platform, and just smashed through the British, which simply weren't armed for gun warfare. I found that actually really interesting. It shows how fun sea power can be, viewers. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed the improved version. And good day, mate. No, what do they say? See you later, Sheila.